What it?
What is up?
What's
happening,
it do?
dude?
What it do?
What it does, what it do.
What it do? What it don't?
Dang right, boy.
What it do and what it don't do? What it ain't
What
doing?
it,
What it will do?
exactly.
What it do?
What's going on in your world, Jay?
Huh?
What's going on in your world?
Same shit, different day. I fucking racking up the jobs, man. They're just jobs, man. Jobs everywhere, dude. Just jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I I can't seem to I can't seem to not get a job right now.
Well, don't complain about that, dude. I'm sure there were times
it's
when
fucking
you.
terrible. All this work I gotta do. Now it's nice, man. I mean I gotta say it's kind of relieving. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you know what I mean. Although I feel like the bottom could drop out at any moment. I'm just going into this season with the mindset like I'm just gonna get as much done, as much work on the books as I possibly can. You know what I mean? And keep chipping away at it. You know what I mean? Keep chipping away at it, dudes. Keep chipping away at it, dudes.
Now, you have your daughter out there with you yet, or you're still working on it?
She will be starting, I think, at the end of the month is what we're talking about. Because it's right now, it's still a little sporadic. It's like a house here, a house there. You know what I mean? And she's, I'm not going to drag her out and get her, when I don't need her. You know what I mean? I don't want her standing around a whole bunch and shit. I don't want her, you know what I mean? So I'm going to, like, I got a really big property out of town I got to do here. Just the inside that when I was talking to you guys the other day. I got that one coming up. That's probably where she's going to start. Oh, actually, she may end up working with me next Monday and Tuesday. I picked one of the ones that that one I've been telling you fellers about. The one what do you want to call it? That one I've been doing for a lot of years. That one I do in a couple nights by myself.
Oh, yeah.
That one, they actually called me and like, hey, man, can you come and do the windows? I'm like, well, we're not supposed to be doing this until spring. But they're like, nah, let's get after it. I'm like, all right, cool. So that's a quick $1,600, you know what I mean? For like fucking 6 hours worth of work. You can't beat that, you know?
Yeah. Remember that? I sang it.
Got her licked, man.
I know I sent it to Seth because he was bidding that big project. And it was last Friday. I bid that, or the Friday before. I don't remember. I bid that nurse care facility, the 3-story. And the guy calls me yesterday and he goes, hey, man, we talked about this. I signed off. He goes, this has to be done by the 10th because the administrators are coming to visit us. And I go, oh, man, I dropped the ball. I go, but you know what? I'll be there tomorrow. So it was our first round on it. And, the first time you do any decent-sized project, you try to figure where to start, where to finish, how to lay it out. So I had 2 pure water systems running, and my son was doing first floor. Mm-hmm. We got there at about 8. We were out of there by noon. I was like, holy shit. The guy goes to me, hey, I wasn't here for it, but the other guy, he goes to me, he was here for like a day and a half. And I go, well, that's what we do, Mm-hmm. I said, probably next time around, we might even shave a half hour off of it, but I think we kind of nailed it the way they were happy. So that's always good when you get appreciated because that means everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
Oh, yeah. I mean, especially with route work, dude, nobody appreciates route work. Very rarely. Mm-mm. You know what I'm saying? When you change the look of someone's house or make it look good. You ever notice, I don't do a lot of houses, but you probably notice when you show up at a house and start cleaning windows, all of a sudden, the vacuums come out, they're buffing the counter. You know what I'm saying? Like spring cleaning. Oh, boy, let's get everything up. What's up, JT?
Nice.
One more time. What the hell is going on?
She's just trying to take a shower. She's been there for like 30 seconds.
All right. I'll be right back, guys.
Mm-hmm.
You got it, man.
I don't, I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that, the sun is now like possible and visible through the windows. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I did one today. I don't think it's ever been cleaned. I don't think it's ever been cleaned. I got there. I bid it. I'll be honest. I bid it from the curb. I just kind of drove past it in a rush. You know what I mean? And I get in there. I get there today. There's a couple screens on the windows. Old Anderson double hung windows. Bottom
Full screen,
sash,
I like that.
full screen. Bottom sash completely rotten on every window. You know, just in a bad state of affairs. And you know, the husband comes out, who I did not speak to, and he's like, hey, are you the window cleaner? And I'm like, hey. He's like, how much do I owe you? And I was like, just for the outside, it did $225, and I'm low. Okay, all right, my bad, dudes. Tell me if that's better. Let me know if that's better.
Sounds better.
He's like, will you tell me how much? Tell me how long you think you'll be, so I can get you to go. I'm gonna go to the bank and get you some cash. I'm like, he's like, 'cause she didn't tell me shit. I asked her how much it was gonna be, and she said she'd get back to me, and I ain't seen her, heard from her since. And I walked around the house. I was like, you still got some screens on, and we're gonna need to get those off for me to get your what do you want to call her? Get your windows cleaned. And he goes around, starts pulling screens off, and I'm looking. These windows are shot. Like, there's moisture in between the panes. And I told him, I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Before I even get started and you leave, I don't know how much of an improvement this is going to make. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, I don't think you're not going to really notice too much of a difference on a lot of these windows, just because there's, you got some bad panes of glass. And he's like, I'll tell you what. He goes, this is my wife's Band-Aid. I tried to tell her we just need new windows. It's not because they're dirty. He goes, I just do it because that's what she wants. And, I'm like, all right, cool. So I do it. And I've got this little attachment that Richie made me for my water fed pole. I use it a lot. I don't put it on video. There's a handy sleeve involved. It's cobbled together. It's really fucking cool. I wish they could do something with it. But I throw some walnut pads on it. Scrub these windows down. I mean, and the amount of screen burn on these windows. And I mean, the oxidation that came off the windows, those walnut pads are awesome.
They work great for oxidation.
Yeah, but he was happy as shit, man. He was like, he goes, man, they look better already. He's like, he goes, hey, if I give you an extra, like, $50, you come in and do these windows above my front door. And I'm like, I mean, you give me $20, I'll do it. I was like, you don't have to give me $50, you know what I mean? So he gave me 20 spot. And I went in and, did the windows over. Most homes have, bigger homes.
Like a foyer window.
Yeah, the foyer window. I've never seen that much fucking dust. And I mean, he goes, do you think if I give you, I was like, you ain't got to give me nothing. I already know what you're going to say. I'll wipe everything down. The ledges were, it was so bad. It was so bad. I was like, I was going to do that anyways. There's no point in me being all the way up here and not wipe the window ledges down for you. I'm not going to not do that. You know what I mean? So I do that, and, I end up talking to this dude for another, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. Come to find out, he knows my past fucking aunt. And my aunt that passed. Really? Yeah, he knows her. He used to work with her and shit. And like, such a small world. And he's like, well, I'll tell you what, man. He goes, we're gonna have the windows replaced in the summer. He goes, but I'm gonna have you come back and maintain them for me. He goes, because I don't want things to get like this again. So that's pretty cool. And
awesome. That way.
The what do you want to call her? The neighbor next door come out, chatted with us, and now he's on the schedule for next week. So that's, I mean, I'm like, beating him off with a stick right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm beating him off with a stick right now. So
it's the way to do it, man. Like sometimes you think those 20, 30-minute conversations are holding you back, or you can be somewhere else, and it, 9 out of 10 times it turns into that. Oh, let me get my neighbor, or let me get my friend. You spend that 20 minutes bullshit, and then a lot of times it just ends up going that way, which is good.
Right. I don't know, man. I'm a little leery about, the situation and the way things are going on right now in the country. I'm a little leery about it, but hopefully everything works its way out. You know what I mean? Hopefully, the ship is righted in some way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll see. Look at this. I got Seth's shirt artwork up here. I got to close that. That's some real boss shit. Some real boss shit here. Yeah, that's Seth's artwork there. I got up.
Yeah, we got
the old less Squeegee.
Yeah, boy. Debuff. Everyone's just spamming debuff. I like it.
I spam my debuffs all the time.
That's the way to do it.
That's how you burn the ads quicker.
Man. Yeah, Mark's plants are very interesting tonight.
Yeah, Mark's got a technical issue going on at the house.
Yeah.
And he's got.
Remember when he was either doing it in the guest room and it was all the weird lighting and no shades, and then he was in the kitchen. Now he's here.
Now he's in the bedroom now.
What my arrangements?
Yeah, you keep changing your arrangements.
Well, what happened was, remember I started in the shop. Remember I set in my shop. We took the office and moved it back in the bedroom because Scott's going to be here a while. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't fair to him that we'd go in there and she'd be in there working most of the day, and I'd want to print invoices and go in there and send proposals and disturb them. So we got a second desk, moved back into the master.
So do you, was that his bedroom originally?
Yeah, his bedroom was yeah.
Actually, so as soon as he takes off, you guys are like, oh, this is an office now.
No. What happened was...
It's fucked up, bro.
That bedroom is the smallest bedroom, and Scott got the bigger bedroom, and JT had the smaller bedroom. When Scott left, JT wanted the bigger bedroom. Mm. So everything got moved back and forth. Mm-hmm. So Scott's room became JT's, and that room turned into an office. And then Scott came back. And he's working with us, so he's got it set back up for him.
Nice.
Cool.
It must be nice to have everyone back under the same roof for a while.
It is. I enjoy my kids are both quiet. My kids are the generation probably close to TJ's. I mean, you almost I had to put.
I'm 43, bro.
Yes, yeah, but your kids are almost as old as mine. Your oldest daughter.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You said you said my kids are the same age as close to TJ.
No, not that fucking
same generation.
No,
no.
But what I'm saying is they're entertained by different things. We went outside, played.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't even see them on the weekend. I got to bang on the door. Now anything I need from Scott, I needed to put couple spark plugs in the F-150. I'm like, hey, come give me a hand. He's right there all the time. He never complains. He just does what you want. He's always been that way. And JT, he's like fucking scatterbrained. He's all over the place. The other day he calls me. He's like, I'm at the gas station. The car won't start. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? What happens when you turn the key? Nothing. You got headlights? Yeah. You got a horn? Yeah. He goes, I got a guy giving me a jump. I go, don't let nobody fucking up into the car. I'm coming up there. 15 minutes, I fucking drive it to the gas station. He didn't have the car in park. And I'm like, dude, you're like a little woman here. I'm going to fucking... you can't start... You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Jesus Christ. You know.
So is your wife not able to get through a shower tonight? Is that what's going on?
No, it's JT's girlfriend, and what happened is, my little man is freaking slinging. But that's another story for 10 minutes from now. But anyway, but
Okay.
no, this GFI, dude, it was tripping on its own with nothing plugged in it. So I ran an extension cord because the water system's right next to my garage. So I opened the door, chucked a cord out there, so it'll be fine. Tomorrow I'm pulling those two They're two receptacles side by side in one box, and when one trips, the other one stops too. You know, so it's like one has the pump that delivers water into the house, and the other one is for the electronics on the regeneration system.
I would separate them.
Think?
I would put them both in their own little protective box.
I think what I call it, one gang box.
Yeah, just put
Get it
each
right.
one in each. Put one in each. You know what I mean? Separate them. I don't
Yeah,
feel
'cause
like
it's probably
I
jumped
honestly
up
don't
to-
feel. Yeah, I honestly don't feel like that shouldn't be that way.
They're like this far, like they're like
Yeah.
right next to each
They
other under
should
one
not.
cover.
I
Well,
wouldn't. Yeah, I would.
What's
break
happening,
those
Mark,
up.
is they're run off of one hot run
Yeah.
through there. So when the other one trips,
It's
it disconnects
popping.
power to
Yeah, it's
receptacle.
popping the other one.
Basically, is what's
Yeah, I would. That's what I would. I would. Yeah, you might want to call an electrician.
I've shocked myself 100 times. I'm used
No,
to
no, no. I mean to run
Yeah,
to
yeah,
run
yeah,
that
yeah.
to separate that.
Yeah.
They shouldn't
the
pop
problem is-
together.
The problem is that my house
That's
is
fucking ridiculous. They shouldn't run together.
stucco. Like if it was wood frame or wood, it would be so easy to make alterations because like that box is recessed into the stucco. So I know when I go to pull it out and replace it, it's gonna blow the stucco off the wall and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A pain in
It's
the
a
ass.
pain in the ass.
Yeah, well, when it was set up, because what happened was we added an RO system, which required obviously a second pump. There's 3 pumps that run this system. One delivers the water from the ground, right? One, and then it goes through filtration. Then it goes through the RO membrane into a tank, and then there's another pump. Well, another
So from
pump
the
that
tank into
pushes
the house.
well, a pump that pushes the water through the membrane at 125, and then another pump in the tank that delivers to the house. That's the one that keeps tripping the breaker. So 110, and the guy goes, when he installed it all, he goes, the biggest GFI I could find was a 30 amp, and he goes, that thing's going to be tripping breakers. I'm like, well, leave the GFI out, and he goes, I can't do that. I go, well, it's on a circuit breaker, and he goes, I can't do that. He goes, you have to do that on your own. Well, it went 4 years. But now it's getting tired. You know what I'm saying? I think the contactor.
Double redundancy.
You might have to put an external shut off. That way you can run like a 50 amp on it.
Yeah, like
You
a
know what I'm saying?
disconnect. A disconnect.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
disconnect like for like your AC unit or for like a
Yeah.
hot tub or something like that.
Yeah.
Have a, and then that way you kind of eliminate having the breaker box in there.
Part of the problem is that my house was built in 1987, I believe. I'm the second owner, and I only have 130 amp service to my house. Okay, which means I got no open spaces in the breaker, and I got 50 amp service into my shop. So it's like borderline being able to run anything. You know what I'm saying? Like it's time to put in a bigger service panel. But now I got solar panels, so that complicates everything as far as the power company coming out and changing it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I know it probably costs $5,000 at least, right, Seth, to change out that.
To what? What do you want to go to a 200 amp service?
Yeah, like 200 amp service.
Yeah, you're probably talking. He's got to go from the pole down. Yeah, I mean, depending on where you live, $5,000 to $7,000, somewhere in that range.
So we wanted to run one of those instant hot water heaters. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't
Yep.
have a water heater. It's that.
Yeah, I have one of those. They're awesome.
Yeah, dude, those things suck 60
Of
amps.
course you do.
The electrician came over. Yeah, in the palace.
Yeah.
0.3 and
The house built
or
150 years ago.
3.2. Well, anyway, but the guy's like, dude, I gotta run. You don't have enough power for this thing. It's 60 amps continuously.
Uh-huh.
He goes, everything else in the house is gonna shut off. He goes, so we have to upgrade the panel. It was like $12,000 just to upgrade the panel and then run this giant number 2 wire to where the water comes into the house because they got to put that box there. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't an option to put it on another wall. It's got to go into the plumbing. I was just like, you know what? You're getting a water heater. That's it. You know, and it doesn't matter because my wife, they're like, yeah, they'll save energy because you're not heating water all the time. But if you take long showers, I go, the only reason my wife gets out of the shower is because the water's running out. You know what I'm saying? The hot water's running out.
Right.
She'll just stay in there all fucking day, like till she's melted.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, he'll have that. Them ladies, they like to take the long showers.
Yeah, they do.
Jennifer has to shave everything every time. Like her whole body has to be shaved every time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing? I'm shaving. I'm like, what are you shaving your whole fucking body in there? What the fuck's going on, guy?
I do that too. No, I'll grab my razor off of the thing that hangs and pull on it. It feels like a fucking rake. And I'm like, God damn it, stop using my fucking razor on your legs. Like, my face will go a month on one before I have to change the blade, but one set of legs is like 12 faces.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Jennifer,
why the fuck are you doing that?
Like, Jennifer, like, you know, she's like, even if she gets cold and gets goosebumps, now her legs are hairy. I'm like, I don't even feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it.
Fucking sleeping next to a quilled porcupine.
I tell you what, I got the new, well, let me fucking find out what it is here first, man.
What do you got?
Before I say the wrong thing and piss off one of our sponsors here, man, I don't want to disparage one of our sponsors. You know what I mean? But I got me a cool new toy.
Are you talking about the big giant twin ass RO membrane?
Listen,
cart
man,
from WCR?
Is there anything that you like can't spoil before I get to? You fucking cuck.
We're gonna let everybody down 4 seconds early, dick lick. Jesus Christ.
Oh, now I'm a dick lick, huh?
Well, that shows you don't even know the name.
Now I'm licking dicks now, huh? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not Mr. I'm sorry, I'm not Mr. Company Man Mark Tanner and know the whole fucking product line. Yeah, I'm not Mark Tanner, employee of WCR, and know the whole product line and all the specs. Steve-O Jr. Fuck off, Steve-O Jr. Fucking cunt.
That fucking beard with some nut slapping on it. If I look down there, I have a Fu Manchu sack.
Yeah, it's the Zero Pure Revolution Max.
Dude, that thing's badass.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Tall membranes, right?
Yeah, super tall membranes, but that's not even the cool thing about it. The cool thing about it is the fact that they put that T on the handle, like I said.
Yeah.
So when you lay it down in the back of your truck, it doesn't fucking fall over.
It doesn't want to rock to the side.
Yeah, it just sits.
I just like the size of the membrane. That bitch got to make some water.
It makes really good water, dude. Super good water. It makes good water, and it makes a lot of it. Like GPM, the GPM on it is not. It's actually
at least 1.5.
It's an upgrade. I haven't timed it. I'm gonna time it, but I'm waiting, dude. I got a brand new GoPro, guys. So I got a brand new fucking GoPro for Jennifer bought me for Christmas. The newest GoPro, okay. And I used it one time. Like, you know, because I got it, and I'm like, you know, I've had it for, like, since Christmas. And I didn't want Jennifer to think, she's like, well, you know, what do I, she never knows what to get me for Christmas. I'm like, I don't know, just, you know, get me, whatever, you know what I mean? Get me a PlayStation 5, you know what I mean? Something unobtainium, you know what I mean? Like, so she can't get it, you know what I mean? So she got me a a GoPro Hero 10, the new one, the newest, latest and greatest. And I'm like, so she doesn't feel bad, I'm going to go out and use it a couple times, shoot some videos, see how it works, you know.
Yeah.
And I left it set in the truck. I put it in its case, and I stuck the case. I've got a little box in my truck where I keep all that stuff, you know. It's a GoPro case, and I keep the case inside. If you lift up the seat on the F-150 underneath, there's a little storage compartment. That's where I put all that stuff. So it's just been sitting in there, you know. Well, I go to use it the other fucking day, and it won't turn on. It won't turn on with the fucking just the power cord in it. Pull the battery out. I've done every trick on the internet. Nothing works. So I'm gonna go buy a battery for it. I'm waiting for, I got a wireless mic coming, and then the videos are going to start really rolling, especially for the Patreon guys. But I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do the GPM video and, you know, just give everyone a quick, dude, and the coolest fucking thing about it is that Zero Pure Revolution Max comes in a box already completely assembled. You don't have to do
the
nothing.
wheels are on it and
everything is on it, ready to go. The only thing it didn't come with was the hose, the 3/8 hose.
Yeah.
The yellow hose. You get yourself one of those, hook it right up to the fucking water, and get those membranes saturated, and she's good to go.
I want one. Badass.
It's really nice. Yeah. I've got an X2 out here that all I needed was the DI housing and the sediment filter housing because they busted, and this showed up at the door instead.
Nice.
It's always nice.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Good to be you.
Yeah. Well, I had some input. I had a little bit of input, because when I got the X2, there were some things I did not like about it right off the gate. I was like, I don't really like this. I don't like that. You know what I mean? And the one thing I complained about the most was that bar. And Chris is like, well, I want you to try this thing out anyways because there's some things in there that, some input you gave me. I want you to see if it improved. And I'm like, that fucking thing is sweet, dude.
Yeah.
That thing is super sweet. It's really nice.
You could run 2-3 poles out of that problem.
I would say 2. I would say 2. I would say 2. What?
I'm just mumbling. Go ahead.
What?
Don't worry about me. You can listen to it later. I was just saying I'm going to call Chris. You're shut off. That's it.
Why?
No more. Why?
I don't get any. That's the first thing I've gotten in for forever, dude. I don't be getting shit like that.
Forever, like a month ago.
Hey, no, dude. I'm not like fucking. I'm not like Steve-O and all these guys. They got the new shit all the time. They always got the new hotness. Come on, man. And to be fair, I asked for the housings. I did not ask for that.
No, I know.
And you're the only one that shoots videos on this podcast. To be
I'm gonna start doing
that's it makes sense.
I'm gonna buy a 3D printer so I could just put it and let it run and be live on TikTok all day long. Right. We can make a statue. We could probably make some cool penises on it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that'd be cool. Wieners.
Right? Yeah.
I didn't even think about. I didn't even think about that.
Yep. And then I'll probably set up a channel doing yoga because everybody would want to see someone such as do yoga.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay. Hot yoga. I bet I could get in. If I could get my fat ass into a position, I might be able to collect some air and put on a real good show.
I'm telling you, I used to make fun of my wife for yoga all the time. I went with her to one class, went to hot yoga. I lasted 15 minutes, and 80-year-old women were. I was like, how does anyone do this? It's 100 degrees in this room.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. In the yoga class, right? In the yoga class, it's appropriate. It's not inappropriate to drop ass, right? I mean, that happens a lot.
It could. Like I said, I was in there for 15 minutes, and I almost had a heart attack and died.
I think they'd probably throw me out for laughing. Grandma dropped some dust in the car.
No, do you know what is sad? Is you just realize how strong some of these old women that have been doing this forever are. You're like, man, I can't hold myself like that. I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
It just makes you feel really bad about yourself.
I've noticed the last year, 2 years, I've noticed that my flexibility and things of that nature are failing me.
Yeah.
I am not
your strength goes too, dude. Believe it or not. I used to be able to I don't mean I could just pick up anything, but I'd be able to lift heavy shit. You know what I'm saying? And now
well, I'm the king. I'm the king of weak mind, strong back. You know what I mean? My grandfather always told me that. He's like, sorry, son, but, weak mind, small back. You better get used to working with your hands, is what he told me.
Yeah. But no, what I'm saying is, like in my shop, right, there would be a time I'd call, a neighbor or you, if you live next door, and say, hey, T, we got to lift up this big block and stick it on an engine stand, right? And we'd have it all bolted up, so we just got to lift it 2 feet in the air, 3 feet in the air. Now, I put everything on a chain fall. I just pull it up.
Yeah.
Old man, because I know I got to work tomorrow. I'll regret
it. No, you're just smarter.
I have been walking around for the last 3 weeks and the absolute most terrifying back pain. If I'm fine, but if I make the wrong move, and I'm not exactly sure which move it is because it's a bunch of different little tiny moves, I'm like, I can't even fucking breathe.
I had a nerve issue like that, and I once just, how you put your bucket in the back and you kind of reach forward to set it past the tailgate edge? I was doing that, and it twinged, and I'm like, that's it. I'm fucked for the rest of the day or a week.
Yeah.
And so my chiropractor's like, okay, so what motion are you doing that causes this? I go, dude, I was literally reaching in front of me. I go, and the last time I wasn't reaching in front of me. So it's going on all the time. Since I started getting adjusted, like once every other month. I haven't had the issue, but
Really,
yeah.
everyone keeps telling me that I need to go see a chiropractor, but I not.
You got him, man.
I need to.
You need to.
I think what I need to do is stop seeing McDonald's, and then I might be all right. You know what I mean?
That's gonna help, man. But like, until you're probably, man. Every 3 weeks I go to the chiropractor, and then once every like 4 months I'll go to this acupuncturist. Just like, because I got weird shit in my hips, like. It's just genetic. Like, I know at some point the hips are getting replaced anyways because everybody in my family gets it done. But, yeah, man, like, I really thought, I'm like, this is dumb. Like, who goes to the chiropractor? And then I went
the
for, like,
one that everyone suggests in my town that says, like, he's the fucking best is, like, fucking literally a quarter mile from my house.
Dude, you got it.
Yeah.
Look, here's the thing. Everybody I know that either goes to, attempts to go to, has been one time. It's you either love it, like, obviously Seth enjoys it. I love it. My wife hates it. Like, when they crack her neck, she's fucking freaks the hell out. I'm like, I walk in there. I'm not lying to you, dude. For the next day, I don't even pick up a bucket. I'm like, I don't want to carry anything heavy and compress my spine. You feel that much better after you get it done.
Feels like, I have bad IT bands on my right leg. So, like, my left leg moves freely. My right leg gets, like, stuck. Yeah. And they'll go in. They put these, like, heating, they put those, like, stimulators on your side, and then put a heating pad, and she just comes in. She's like this 60-year-old lady who's just like, hey, what's up, fuckface? And then comes in and just pulls your leg. And you're like, Jesus Christ. And like, honestly, I don't know what I'd do if I didn't get to go there. Cause
yeah, I know. I love it.
It's
worth the money.
I'm not much on that kind of thing. You know what I mean? But
you should try it, though. I'm telling you, I mean, at least try it one time. Most chiropractors, you know, even if you don't have insurance, you walk in there. My guy charges me $35.
Yeah, this dude down the street here, he'll take fucking $35 cash.
Yeah,
that's the way he does it. That's the way he does it. Like, hey man, $35. If you walk in there without cash, he just kind of treats you like you're a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? That's what everyone's like. Yeah, make sure you take cash. Really? Or they're like, yeah, he's real fucked up
dude,
about
put
that.
Put $35 down on that counter.
Yeah,
and let him adjust you, dude. I'm telling you, like. You should do it a couple times, right, Seth? The first time.
The first, like, 3 or 4 times. So they have you come, like, a week, like, each week.
Yeah, once a week.
Because they're like, your shit's
dude,
all out of whack.
That, you're hooked, man. Oh, my God, I love it. You sleep so good. You know, I mean, it just works so well.
It's definitely worth it for what we do to our bodies every day. It's worth the money.
I do a lot of this. My arm hurts, you know what I mean? From the cheeseburger thing, you know what I mean? Like I'm hurting from it, you know what I mean? I got carpal tunnel from cheeseburgers going on, you know?
Well, I mean, when you live in the cold for about 4 or 5 months out of the year, it's really hard to put down the food and then.
Dude, listen, man. I last year, I lost 35 fucking pounds, and then put it all back on in the winter. I do it all the time. I have to stop doing that. I have to find a way to not do that. I cannot stand going to a fucking gym. I hate it.
Dude, you know what it is? Look, the bottom line is, I'll speak for myself, and I think I know enough about you, TJ. You love food. You love to cook food. You love to eat food.
Yes.
My wife told me this, and it makes so much sense, but it fucking pisses me off. She goes, you live to eat.
Yeah.
And you live to eat, right? And I eat to live.
Right.
That's it. Like, my wife goes, oh, my God, my blood sugar's dropping. I forgot to eat lunch. I go, now there's something you'll never hear my fucking mouth say.
Jennifer's the same way. Jennifer's like, you know, if you ask Jennifer, if you ask Jennifer, like, hey, what's for dinner? She gets fucking mad. She hates asking. Like, she don't even, she's just like, you know, food to her is like, you know, I don't care. You know what I mean? But me and my daughter Elena, we're both like we're like the dogs. We're food driven. You know what I mean? Like, so what are we gonna have for dinner?
Yeah, but she's skinny because she's young.
Who, Lane? Yeah, Lane's skinny. Yeah. Well, Elena. She's got quirks, but she, you know, she likes to eat. She don't overeat.
Yeah.
She's not that way. She'll have a little of each thing, and then she's good.
You know what it is though? Like when you cook, like if I made hamburgers, right? Let's say there's enough for everybody to have 1.5 hamburgers or whatever, or they're just average hamburgers, and then you eat that hamburger and it was so good, you're like, well, shit, there's another one waiting there. If you were in a restaurant, you wouldn't say, I need another hamburger. You'd be done. You know what I'm saying?
That is my main problem. That's my main problem. I go to the fucking store. Sorry for my language, but I go to the store. I buy food. I come home. I cook it. And then it's sitting there. I'm like, we cannot I have to eat that because, it's got to be turned into a turd, or what are we really doing here? You know what I mean? We're wasting fuel. You know what I mean? And
but I don't know about your wife, but my wife will not eat leftovers. It doesn't matter how good it is.
Jennifer's not.
She don't bring nothing home from a restaurant, and she don't eat nothing left over that
we
she
don't
cooks.
Either.
I always
get the like they're always coming. They're like, hey. Do you want boxes for this? I'm like, why? So I can go home and throw it away? No, you just fucking throw it away. I don't want it. So
my wife will take a scrap home like this big, and then she brings it home so I can throw it in the trash. It's basically what happens, and maybe she might eat it, but it just goes right in the trash, and I'm like, why are you bringing it home? Yeah. What's the point?
Some people are built that way to where they like if they pay for something they're not gonna they're gonna get every bit of it out of it, you know what I mean, whether it's dinner or whatever it is.
Go eat dinner with Phil.
Oh yeah
dude, he'll scrape your plate off. I ain't never seen
I will tell you this, that does not surprise me at all. Like, I've never eaten with the man and I could have guessed that.
He walks out of the restaurant with that styrofoam box like this in front of him, sticking it there. I got dinner for tomorrow. Oh, that guy, he don't, dude.
Oh, you're buying? Hey, I'm gonna need 2 of those, please. 2 cheeseburgers, please. That doesn't surprise me at all.
Well, he likes to like everyone else, like we do too,
Okay, now Mark's backtracking.
No, I'm not backtracking. I'm saying I noticed that he'll take.
How's that backpedaling going?
Yeah. So
I'm still in the same position.
No, you're definitely going in the opposite direction.
No, I'm just messing with it.
No, I'm not. I'm not messing with him at all. He's definitely going in the opposite direction now. Well, I mean, you're kind of a vagina when it comes to things like that. You talk a lot of shit privately, but when we get on the podcast, you are like, oh, I'm prim and proper, Mark, now.
No, well, I do.
Seth, is that the truth? Is that the truth, Seth? That is the truth, Seth. Don't lie.
All right, so it's not. No, all right. You are mostly right.
Oh, whatever, dude. I knew you were going to do that.
90% right.
Seth is a cook for fucking Mark. Like, he's a Mark.
No. Let me explain this.
Of this podcast.
Fanboy.
Plays both sides.
My grandfather, right, was a complete asshole. You would know he was an asshole 10 minutes after meeting. My father was less of an asshole. I have a good bit. I have my father's wit or quick responses to things, but I have some of my mother in me. So I do back off certain things that I believe in. But if you piss me off, I could fucking fire like anyone else. Okay? When push comes to shove, I'll fucking shred like the rest of them. But like Phil, I like Phil. I don't want to badmouth Phil, but he does take everything that came on his plate home with.
And your plate?
And my plate, and everyone else, and Jason Lehman's plate, and whoever's plate is sitting at the fucking table. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I do know what you're saying.
Yeah.
So now that Mark's done backtracking with a story to explain this backtracking, let's move on.
My grandfather was such an asshole that.
Listen, man, stop talking disparagingly of your grandfather just because you're a vagina. Because you're a vagina. You're a vagina, and you're a backtracker, and now you're trying to throw Papa under the bus. That's not right, bro.
I backed the bus up and over. Let's just put it this way. You want to hear what an asshole is? I'll tell you what an asshole is. When my grandmother passed away, before 15 years, 20 years before he passed away, there was 2 grandchildren from my mom and dad, okay? Mm-hmm. My grandmother, they went through the Depression, and she never worked a day in her life. And he was an accountant. So he gave her like an allowance, let's call it, right? She got this much a week to fill groceries and whatever, right? Over pretty much my lifetime, she put money away. And when she passed away, she left me and my brother and my sister was like $1,000, okay? Now, when you're 15 years old, $1,000 is as good as $1 million, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of money. Yeah.
My grandfather had his sister tried to amend the will to steal that fucking money from me and my sister and my brother. That's what an asshole that man was.
Jeez.
So don't tell me I can't call him an asshole. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm not trying to. I mean, I wasn't like, I'm not in on your deep, dark
awesome
secrets.
I'm
not in on your whole like fucking like life story of hang-ups. You know, it was just like a joke in passing, and it didn't really need all of that fucking extra shit. It doesn't sound like it's like you're like really mad about that.
No, I'm not mad. It's disappointed that I had an asshole for a grandfather.
Most are. My grandfather was a huge prick. You just don't know that he was a huge prick because I would never. Because I would. But I would never get on here and like do that though.
Well, I will.
Well, see, that's the difference between you and me.
But you just said I'm a backpedaler. I am.
You are not. Well, you're not back. You're not backpedaling. Hey, you're not backpedaling.
Okay.
You're not backpedaling
So
on your grandfather, on your dead grandfather. But you are on fucking Philip. You were on Philip. Yes, you were.
I like Philip. Man, I don't want to badmouth Philip without him being here to defend himself. My grandfather, I don't give a fuck. He would never show up on this podcast anyway.
Right.
So,
well, don't worry. I'm
probably 6 years old, right? And my sister would be 9, and my other brother, Keith, would be 4, right? 3 or 4. We go to his condo to visit, and he's on this big lake, right? So what boy doesn't want to fish? So every time we go there, Grandpa, can I fish? No, you can't fish. Grandpa, can I fish? No, you can't fish. Why are we coming here? We can't fish. Okay? I didn't even know how to fish, right? So we're going up there. I said to my dad, I really want to fish. So he stops at some place, and we get these little shit fucking poles, right? These little ones. So it's me and my sister standing there. And as soon as we fucking get near the lake, the buzzards come out. Get away from the water. You're going to fall in, right? And I'm like, leave me the fuck alone. I'm fishing here, right? I don't know. I probably didn't even have anything on the fucking hook. You know what I'm saying? I was little. My grandfather comes up, right? The crank on the fishing reel was on the wrong side, right? So I had the reel turned upside down. It was a spinning reel. You know what I'm saying? Like on some expensive reels or any reel nowadays, you can switch the crank from the left to the right. I was comfortable casting with my right and reeling with my left. Well, this reel was set up the opposite way. So you had to crank with your right and throw the cast with your left. So I'm standing there. He looks at me. This lady's yelling at me to move away from the water. And instead of walking up to me and teaching me how to fish, this lady's like, he needs to get away from the water. He's like, he doesn't even know what he's doing. And I'm like, what am I, Roland Martin here? I'm 6 fucking years old, asshole. You know what I'm saying? That's what an asshole the guy was. So I take that to my grave. The guy was a fucking asshole to me when he was alive, so he's an asshole to me when he's dead. End of story. Doesn't even know what he's doing. I'm like, what the fuck should I know? You know, fucking sick.
My grandfather used to just trick us all the time. Because I think there's 13 grandchildren that are boys on his side. And what he used to do is like he heated his whole house with 2 fireplaces, and he would set up relay races where we would run and grab a wood and bring it over to here, and he'd be like, I'll give you $1 for like whoever brings it over the fastest. And you're running over there for half an hour, and he's just smiling. And then I got older, and I was like, this was a scam. This is a scam.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Seth's got 800 splinters in his fucking hand.
Yeah, exactly. He's just smoking a cigarette with no shirt on, drinking coffee, laughing at us. It was fun.
Yeah. That's funny.
But yeah, it was. I missed the guy. He'd be like 100 now if he was still alive. But he's a cool dude. Yeah. Well, hey, you know, some you miss, some you don't. You know. Yeah. Way she goes.
The last time I saw my grandfather, my father says to me and my brother and my sister, I want us to get together with Grandpa. He's getting up in age, and we're going to go to lunch and maybe iron some things out. Because after my parents got divorced when I was 12, I never saw my grandfather again until this time, right? So we're sitting there at some fucking Denny's or something, and I'm just trying to be pleasant. I'm open to repairing this relationship, even though he fucking yelled at me because I don't know how to fish. And he goes, he goes, it's really sad that I haven't seen you in like 10 years. And then I look at my sister, and my sister and I used to get along really well. And I go, just because mom and dad got divorced doesn't mean we're not your grandkids. And he's like, yeah. And I go, and how many times did I call you? And he's looking at me. I go, several times. I go, did you ever want to pick up the phone and say, hey, let's go to the zoo, let's go to a park, let's go to lunch, let me just stop by and say hello? I go, I was fucking 12 years old. It's not my decision. You know what I'm saying? You're the grandfather here.
Yeah.
So he said, he started to blame us. And I go, this fucking meeting is over. See ya. And I walked out. That was it.
Yeah. I'll do the same.
Yeah.
That sucks.
That.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's why when I
agree.
hear the stories about your papa, I'm like, I'm not jealous of it. It makes me smile that you had a good relationship with your grandfather, TJ. That's all. Not everybody has that.
I'll love it though. It's the most Midwest thing ever.
To my grandkids. You know what I'm saying? All I want to do is be better to my grandkids, and that's it. If I ever have them.
Yeah, that's all you can hope for. Well, I mean, he's got his girlfriend showering there, so maybe you'll have some grandkids.
Yeah, right. That's all I need.
Yeah, right. Always be fun.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom.
I was sharing things, so
It's all good. So you like that new Zero Pure? That thing's badass.
yeah, it's really nice, man.
It looks big. Does it fit in your truck with the tailgate closed? Laying down?
Yeah.
With toolbox? You have a toolbox, right?
Yeah, I got a short
It just looks
toolbox.
bigger.
I got like a 16-inch wide toolbox. I don't have a big toolbox yet.
Like Alex is standing next to it and he's got his arm on it like this.
Yeah.
He's like.
Well, that's with the handle and everything. Yeah, but yeah, it fits in the truck fine.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a box on my
light?
truck, but just enough to put my poles in.
It's light. It's pretty light.
Yeah, I could still pick it up by myself if I need to. Yeah.
That's cool. No, it looks like a good piece of equipment.
Yeah, I like the fact that they. It came with resin in it. I mean, like literally ready to go. Like
plug and play.
Yeah, it's ready to go. Ready to go, and of course, you need to saturate those membranes. You know what I mean? Of course. Some say overnight. I feel like if it's been water tested, then it's had some water ran through it. You know what I mean? Just guessing.
Yeah,
and then
shut the valves off, pressurize it up, and go to bed.
I just let it run.
Yeah.
I let the motherfucker run until I
get. Yeah, well, you got to remember that thing's got 2 membranes. That's a lot of surface to saturate.
Yeah. Well, like when I'm telling you that I just let it run, I'm not saying for 5-minute mark. I'm talking I plugged it up, ran the hose down the driveway, and went to the fucking store, and then went and picked Rye up. You know what I mean? What I meant by is like I let it run. You know what I mean? So let it run. I came back and it was hitting 0. Normally what I do is when I first took them up, I cap off the discharge. You know what I mean? So everything fills up.
Keep it pressure.
Yeah. Keep as much pressure as possible in it. And then once she starts rolling real good, I'll pull the drain off, and you know what I mean? And then just let it run for an hour or so.
Yeah.
It's nice.
City water, bro. It's a whole $5.
Right?
Yeah. My lawn is really green in that one spot. You know what I mean? I got like these. I have this one end. The one end of the driveway there where the water slopes, it's really nice. The grass is really nice right there, but that's the only spot in the whole yard.
Yeah.
That's nice. All that nice mineralized fluoride water down there on my fucking grass works good, dude.
Yeah.
Get all the minerals in it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's pretty nice, man. It's pretty nice.
I wonder if they're going to discontinue some of the other models. Are they going to go straight with that? Because,
yes.
They have 5 different.
Everything that says fucking, all of the Zero water fed systems, like the Junior and the, all that stuff, that I'm fairly certain that's all going to start being, I'm fairly certain, I could be wrong about this, If I'm wrong, correct me because you are a sales rep and like their biggest fucking fan, Mark.
I'm not a sales rep. Come on, man. I see what those guys go through. Steve-O works his ass off.
Now we're gonna blow Steve-O. I'm fairly certain everything gets built in house now. I think they're doing everything in house now, as far as their stuff goes.
You should, so, yeah. I mean, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, and
it keeps the cost down, the profit up.
And if anyone is aware of how those dudes handle things, you know that it's being done right. I mean, I've got an inspection tag on mine, and it was inspected by 3 fucking people.
Yeah.
3 different signatures on the tag.
Well,
so
the days of the internet, especially their company, is so internet based.
You have to be on point, and they are on point.
On the ball because you can get fucking hammered. You know.
Yeah, they just have good systems in place.
Hey, Mark,
you know what I mean?
Mr. Awesome Guy wants to know if you have any tips for cutting your own squeegee channels.
I have a bandsaw. I put it in a bandsaw, but if you don't have a bandsaw, any chop saw with a metal blade.
I used a grinder.
Yeah, you can use a 4.5-inch disc grinder.
I've used a hacksaw. I used a hacksaw on the bed of my truck before.
Yeah, I've done that.
Oh, yeah, cutting little panes.
Yeah, I used to have one of those hacksaws that's not even a U, it's just a blade sticking in.
Yeah.
As soon as you put something in fucking bed. I've had one of those.
Yeah.
But it's always, like, whatever saw I use, I always put it into a wire wheel, a spinning wire wheel. It'll deburr the edges.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you get the burrs off the edge and shit like that.
Even if you just have like a file kit with you.
You want to kind of maybe work on that profile that the end had before. You want to give that back a little round on the end there. You know what I mean? So you're not digging into gaskets and wood and shit.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna put it with a hacksaw, really on the edge of the tailgate, like what we said is like we got to get it done thing. But if you got the time and a small vise, wrap it in a rag, squeeze it in a vise, get it nice and steady, and take a hacksaw, 3-4 good swipes with a fine tooth blade.
I've got a hacksaw and a roll of emery fucking cloth for cleaning copper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For sweating joints. I always have, a little bit. I got some pipe wrenches in the. I always got a little bit of everything I really don't need in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was going through the truck today, and I was thinking, I was like, when are you coming up here, Mark?
Right after Easter.
Right after Easter. So Mark will be up here right after Easter, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I need to go through my truck and organize my truck before Mark gets here. And I start looking. Shut up, Seth. So I start looking, and I'm like, there's so much stuff in here I don't even use. There's like things in there that I haven't touched since I put the toolbox in the back of the truck. You know what I mean?
You know what it is like with the toolbox?
But I feel like
the toolbox in my truck, and I keep the screwdrivers in the.
Listen, I feel like if I take that out of my truck, as soon as I take that out of my truck, I'm gonna need that.
You're gonna need it. You're gonna need it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll sit in there for 4 years, and then I'll be like, that's not in there, and I took it out. You know what I mean? Like, shit. I'm on Put-in-Bay. Like, I had a bunch of fittings, pressure washing fittings, male connectors, female connectors, the whole 9. I had a smorgasbord. I'm like, I don't need this shit. Get over on the island, and the quick connect, I lost the little washer in the end, the little rubber O-ring that goes in there.
Yeah. No,
and there was no finding that on that island. There was none of that going on. You know what I mean? Oh, it was the worst, dude.
For pressure washing, because there's so much shit like that, I have a Milwaukee box with I keep all the white tips here, the red tips here, the yellow tips here. I got like one of each connector in there, a pick to take the O-rings out. Right. O-rings, because I got a local place.
I have the same thing. But I was like, man, I'm really not doing a lot of this. I don't really need this in here.
Yeah.
And then when I'm like, I get over there to go do something, I'm like, and I'm doing it, and I'm like, oh, well, and then I walk to there, I'm like, oh, I took that out. So I had to drive to the Island Hardware store. Of course, they didn't have that O-ring. So I'm in the store trying to figure out if I can buy this $70 pressure washer one and fucking take the end of it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I ended up riding the boat and going back home and coming back the next day.
It sucks.
And you know what happened when I came back the next day? The engine seized on that my still pressure washer.
Yeah. Locked up.
Yeah, locked up on me. which I thought. I was like, oh man, it's seized up. I can't get it going. I can't get it pulled. Oh man. So I take it to my cousin, because that's where I got it. That's where I bought it. And his son, Brandon, the mechanic, takes the shroud off, the pull start shroud off, and there's a fucking screw that fell off at a cover, jammed in the fins. I couldn't pull it.
Yeah.
Two screws.
Well, at least it wasn't nothing bad.
Dude,
yeah.
Who would have? I would have never thought a screw. Never in a million years. I would have never thought that. But I was like, oh man, it's stick now. You know what I mean?
I pretty much, like, if I go pressure washing,
shucks.
I make sure I have, like, a pair of adjustable wrenches.
Yeah.
A vice grip, so if I got to change a fitting.
Yeah.
I always go through a checklist in my mind. Even if you're not, even if your work is local, I went to my Mercedes dealer and forgot to fill the tank on my pressure cleaning trailer, and like 20 minutes in.
This was the.
I got to disconnect. Drag the trailer. Oh,
I hate that shit. This was. I know I told you guys about this. This is the time that I went over there and I was eaten by the flies. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Remember me talking to you guys about like the sand flies,
sand fleas.
That was sand flies, not fleas. No, it was this past summer. They're sand flies. They're flies, Mark, not fleas.
Sand flies.
We have sand fleas here.
We have sand flies here. Flies, like regular flies.
Yeah, the things that are jumping in the sand. Yeah, and those aren't fun to deal with.
They bite. They fucking can't see them.
These motherfuckers were so bad that they were drawing. I had blood. They drew blood all over me. So I'm standing there with this pressure washer trying. It wouldn't fucking pull. And I probably 100% I could have taken that cover, pulled that pressure washer apart, and found that screw. But at that point, I was just like, I'm putting this in the truck and leaving, because I was eaten alive. I went back the next day, and long pants and a long shirt and a hat. You know what I mean? One of them, a hat with a deal on it. It was like 90 to 95, 96 degrees outside. I mean, I was soaking wet, but I wasn't getting eaten by sand flies. You know what I mean? That was the only good thing about the whole thing. It was that trip right there was probably one of the worst jobs I've had the whole time I've ever done this. Like, I've never...
You ever had a day? I had a day once that 3 bad things went wrong. Like, you forget something. Like, 3 things happened before you even started work.
Yeah.
And then, like, the next time shit started going bad, I'm like, I might as well just fucking go home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because 3 things have already happened that have put me in a fucking bad mood.
That wasn't 3 things in one day. That was 2 or 3 catastrophes over a 3-day period. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just like, on the 3rd day, I was like... luckily the homeowner wasn't there. It was an island home. They were like, yeah, man, don't worry about it. Whatever. I was honest with them and told them what was going on. And they were more than cool about it, and she actually, the lady was super nice. She got me a pass. Once I told her that my pressure washer took a crap, I was like, listen.
Is that a place you have to take like a ferry?
Yeah.
You drive your truck on a ferry, yeah.
Yeah. And, would be cool to go over there. But anyway, with you. She was nice enough to be like, hey, I understand things happen. I'm just going to get you a pass for the week. She goes, I can get a pass anytime I want one. She'll give you a week pass. She goes, that way, if you can't come back tomorrow, you need to come back in a couple days or
that
whatever.
Makes it nice. Yeah.
Yeah. She was like, she's like, whenever you need to come over, come back over. I was like, cool. So that was the only good thing about that.
Yeah.
That was the only good thing. So I don't know. Luckily, I made it through that job because I thought for sure I might die on that one. I thought for sure.
That's why I hate pressure.
I thought for sure I was going to have a heart attack on that one.
John Sacco. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, with pressure cleaning, you have to prepare for everything going wrong every day you go out. Yeah. And if you don't do that, then it sucks.
True.
Yep. It's like when Mark will do a pressure washing job either on the side or after he wants to do his own house. He's like, what do I need 2 guns for? Because one's probably going to fail, and you have a backup. Right. I always take 2 guns. I have 2 of everything. Extra 50-foot of hose, no matter what. Going to blow a fucking hose, everything.
Yeah, extra garden hose, all sorts of dumb shit.
Yeah, it fucking doesn't end.
It never does.
No.
Never does.
No, John Sacco was down like a month ago, and I go, hey, I hate to talk too much business with you, but I need some advice on some pressure washing, because like at the show I bought this fucking expensive ass degreaser to take tire marks off of curbs, right? And John Sacco said that's not what you want. I go, well, that's what the fucking guy sold me. And he went over and talked to me. He goes, I guess they changed the formula. So I literally had that product, $50 a gallon, and I had a gallon of purple stuff from fucking Home Depot sitting on my trailer, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna fucking investigate this shit. So I mixed it according to directions. One pump sprayer had this stuff, and the other one had the purple stuff, and there was zero difference. And then I start thinking about it. I'm like, I'm not a fucking stupid person. You're trying to dissolve burnt rubber, because basically if you leave a tire mark on a curb, it's burnt rubber. You're melting that rubber off the tire and sticking it to a curb, right? Makes sense. So I'm like, what the fuck would dissolve burnt rubber besides hot water? You know, hot water would help. But this Mercedes dealer wants me doing curbs every month. They do not want to see tire marks, right? And I'm like, well, you realize the grandma's going to drive that fucking brand new Benz right down that 50 feet of fucking curb 10 minutes after I leave. You know, they're like, just keep the curbs clean. So I was talking to Sacco about it, and I go, my concern is, because they're brand new, everything is brand new here, over time these curbs are going to start to look like shit because you're putting pressure to them every single month. So I'm like, I want you to come see these curbs and give me some advice on how to do them. And Sacco goes, you clean all the fucking curbs in this place? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, there's like 10 miles of curbs here. And I'm like, yeah, it's a big fucking job every fucking month. And the only water is like 700 feet in the back of the building. You got to sit there and wait the tank to fill, and then drive the trailer. It's fucking not. I almost wish I didn't sign up for it, but considering I've lost other work, you got to keep it. You know what I'm saying? I just got to do it. I just got to figure out my rotation. Like, I'm going to rebuild this trailer that I bought because it's not the way I want it. I'm going to hang the reels off the back. They're hanging on the sides. And I want to put up on the ladder rack spikes so I can just coil the hose around the spikes. So move 50 feet, you know, instead of rolling it on that fucking reel. You know, because I don't have electric reels. So every time I move, I got to roll the fucking hose up. You know what I'm saying? So if I put spikes on the trailer, I could literally coil the hose in a big circle, leave them hang, drive to the next one, you know, the next 30, 50 feet, and do it without setting it, you know, throwing the shit on the tank of the trailer or rolling the hoses up. I got to make it more efficient to make it work for me.
Yeah, those two designs are available at squeegeelife.com right now. They're only available.
Mark.
They're only available in t-shirts though. I will. I'll make them hoodies when it gets closer to being warm out or cold out again. I'll turn them into hoodies, and if you guys want me to, I'll do them as tank tops. I mean, you know, whatever you guys want to do. Hey, thanks for the 2 thumbs down person that doesn't know how YouTube works. Now nobody can see that you dislike it, only us. And
is that what it is?
Yeah,
now?
And I'll tell you what, man, I'm super broke up about it, but I'm glad that you come on, give a thumbs down, and then maybe a sec, 30 seconds later, some other goofball comes on and gives it a thumbs down. You fucking nerd, get a life.
Yeah.
But honestly, get a fucking life, dude. But yeah, those are up there now. The one, the 777, that's Frank Rave's actual Instagram picture right there. I had seen him that's where he's where he's on that super tall ass wooden ladder with his basketball jersey, his Michael Jordan jersey on, doing the.
Yep.
And I'm like,
the one.
I instantly hit Frank up last summer, and I was like, hey man, are you cool with me doing? I want to do a Frank Rave shirt. I said it's gonna take me a little time because I was like, I'd like to take this picture here and like turn it into the NBA logo. Are you cool with that? And he's like, hell yeah. So.
Dude, you need to make a Frank Rave shirt, and I'll put Bernie in the background and then print it out. Like
there's already a Frank Rave shirt. I'm talking about it right now.
Oh.
It's already for sale.
No, make another one.
You mean it? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm a fountain of fucking just like shit it out, TJ. You gotta go to the catalog. When you go to squeegeelife.com, go to catalog and then go to apparel, and then it's like on the 7th page. I'm gonna be honest with you. Tim set up my T-Chip account, which I thought he was setting up my T-Chip account, but he didn't. He just put all my designs on his T-Chip account, I guess, because I have no access to the older stuff. So I'm most likely gonna pull all that shit down because I don't think Tim and I are gonna be. I mean, he doesn't seem to like want to talk to me or discuss anything with me. So I'm gonna just move forward and most likely pull all the old designs down and maybe re-upload them. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do yet because I have no access to that. But yeah, if you go to the catalog, you can find them that way. They're on all the way down at the bottom. I've got some other stuff coming too. I'm waiting on the artwork because the design dimensions. I don't know if you guys see me bring those up, but you see how like when I opened those files, they were bigger than the whole entire screen. That's all you could see was the design. There's a minimum file size on there, and all my designs exceed that just because I want them to be as high quality as possible for the what do you want to call her? So it prints real good. So it's a higher quality print. So when you print it, it looks good. You know what I mean? So you want the file start to be large and not compressed. You want it to look as good as possible. So I like T-shirt. I live in Texas. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. So I mean, some guys, like I think Jeremy, you're a new, recently, not too recent, but I do the, the hoodies. I mean, I don't even know if I should even send them now. Like it's been so long since. I mean, they're just sitting here.
Good thing you don't have a moth problem.
I mean, they're bagged up. They're fine. You know what I mean? I just fuck, man. Going to that fucking post office is a fucking motherfucker, man.
I don't know why it sucks so bad. My post office here is
I
the
hate
only
it,
place
dude.
you can go in South Florida that 98% of the people in that motherfucker are still wearing masks. And I'm like, you didn't get the fucking memo, asshole?
Right.
Shit don't fucking work. What the fuck are you doing?
Well, we're printing. To be quite honest with you, man, I feel bad asking Jennifer to do shit. Like, she works so fucking much now. You know what I mean? I don't think she bargained for the amount of work she was gonna have to be doing when she went back to work. I just feel bad asking her to, hey, on your day off, could you stand? Time. T-shirt time. Well, the shirts have been done for a while. The real hold up, first of all, was we couldn't get anything. Like the vinyl, we couldn't get nothing. You know what I mean? So first, to start it out, we were gonna do one shirt, but Mark never signed off on me using it and got me the artwork, so we didn't do that. So I was like, well, I'll do this instead. And then once I fucked around about that, and I finally got around to made my mind up what I was doing, I fucking couldn't get the material. So when the material gets here, so we got the material, because my cousin Mike ordered a fucking shitload of shirts, and those things are still sitting here. But, yeah.
He's fucking local.
Yeah. Well, they're not even finished. So that goes to show you, you know what I mean? I have no idea what to do. If she printed it all out, I could do the rest, but I can't get what on the computer screen. I can't get what's on the computer screen to this fucking plotter for the life of me. I'm a total idiot. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a moron. I have no idea. I can think about hey, this is the way I would like it to look. Let's do this, let's do that. And I could figure that out and put that all together. But getting it to where she could put it on her shirt, I can't do that. She's the mastermind on that. And not only that, I'm wanting to put some koozies in this order. I want to get we're cutting stickers. You know what I'm saying? Where I made a bunch of I have a giant roll of gold right here, gold Squeegee Life stickers right here. I don't think you guys can See
that same machine that makes the T-shirts?
Yeah.
Cuts stickers?
Yeah. It's a giant plotter. But yeah, I'm doing like the gold. You guys remember the Sacred Eye T-shirts, the Sacred Order, the Squeegee shirts we did all that long time ago, and the fucking vinyl we bought peeled off the shirts. That was a nightmare. That was the first time we ever used that product. And I was like, man, that would look cool if we got that. You should always try things out before you give them to people.
Right.
That's why I've been a little hesitant.
Was it a different process for that?
It's the same process, but like a lot of this new stuff, the new film that comes out, they don't really. It's not really like, they say, oh, it's been tested, but
yeah, not so much.
Yeah, not so much. But we're doing. For the wait. As long as everybody's been waiting, I wanna. And it's unfortunate that you guys went on there and started buying those shirts, because if you would have waited, I would have gave you a discount code for it. That's really what the major hold up here is. I want to give everyone, like the Patreon guys that been waiting on these shirts, I want to give them like a 35 or 40, 50% off, whatever the store will let me do, discount, so they can buy some shirts and shit at a discount and not have to pay full price for them. You know what I mean? Essentially just pay the shipping. You know what I mean? And I can't figure that out. But the membership cards, everyone's membership cards are in the mail. Everyone's going to get their membership cards, so that's good.
Hey, you're getting stuff
done. There's some new guys. Like, listen, I will tell you this. Herding window cleaners together for their information might be one of the hardest things that's ever happened to me. Like, Patreon's cool and everything, but getting people to respond on that is very difficult.
Yeah.
And like it goes to their email, and it's not like they get a notification on their phone. So apparently, not a lot of guys check their emails. You know what I mean? So it was a nightmare. Getting, because I gotta know how do I spell your name? Like Junior Dos Equis HD Washman Washboy 9000 XX. I mean, what's your fucking name, dude? You know what I mean? Like, there's dudes that sign up for Patreon as like fucking Mr. Clean's Pressure Washer 9000. Like, what the fuck? How am I gonna put that on a card, dude?
Yeah.
Like, that's great. You're gonna get your card. You're gonna get your card. It's coming right now.
It's all on the way.
It's all on the way. That's really what I gotta do, is find another place to order them fucking cards.
Do you ever get with that sign thing you were gonna do? Whatever happened with that? Did you wash that down? Seth?
Oh, me. Oh,
yeah, the yard sign. Remember you were gonna make yard sign?
Yeah, so I kept looking into it, and then I kept running out of space in this shop, and then I was like, do I really want to do this? And I kind of looked at the profit margins and who was doing it, and I was like,
yeah,
man, I don't like dealing with the residential customers I have, let alone like window cleaners and pressure washers. You know what I mean? I was just like, I kind of changed course on it, like running the numbers and really looking at it. I was like, I don't know. I
imagine it'd take a while to pay the equipment off.
Well, yeah, you're paying a lot for the equipment, and the market is really saturated where you can get signs for like
next to nothing.
Cost. What would be cost for me? And I was like, what's the point?
Yeah, because unless you're going to buy 20,000 blanks or whatever it is, you're not going to get a good price.
I have to buy massive amounts, and I just don't have the storage or the capability to do it. So I cut my losses on that
these are
before I had losses.
I don't have my wallet on me either to show you. These are actually like credit cards. These are plastic, like PVC, like actual credit card material credit cards that I have an embosser, and I emboss your name into it like a credit card, and you get a membership number on there, dude. And so, I mean, I would go to WCR for that, but that's just not something they do. So I'm answering questions in the chat. My bad, Mark. But you guys, you guys want to continue doing what you guys are doing?
What are we doing?
Whatever you guys are talking about?
We're pretty much just listening to you. Seth and I were talking about his yard sign venture that he put the squash on.
Oh, but more. My question was earlier with this dealership. Why aren't you just buying a $650 power reel? If you're doing it once a month, it's going to pay.
Yeah, but see, you're right, Seth, and I'm not opposed to that. But literally, you know the story. I bought this trailer for a really good deal. I wanted a small trailer, and barely everything already fits. Now, I want to take the trailer apart and build ladder racks and put my smart box on it and everything that I have. So I have to reconfigure the way everything is. And matter of fact, Socko's like, I'll come down and help you lay it out. You'll just weld everything and paint it. And I'm game with that, but I haven't had the time to take the thing down yet. It's been like, if I'm not at the dealership, at least once a week, I'm pressure washing somewhere else. And I'm like, I'm not ready to say no yet that I need to take my machine off. But you're right. I look.
At least just one power reel would make sense.
Yeah, but hose reels, dude, are notoriously a problem. The hose reels leak, and I'm like, unless you spend at least $650 to $1,000 on a power reel, that shit with the chain on the side of it, I'm like, there's no way.
No, you want to spend. Yeah, but if you look at it this way, if you're using it once a month, even for that, your arm alone is going to thank you very much.
Yeah, I know. I agree, but see, right now, it's like more set up for residential than commercial cars. The reels, it has 4 reels. It has a fill reel, it has a chem reel, it has 2 pressure washing reels, which I eliminated the hose to 1 because the machine was split into 2. So 2 operators. I'm like, I want everything in 1 fucking reel. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to hang the reels off the back of the ladder rack, right? 3 reels in a row. And I would consider putting up a power reel in there for the at least for the pressure hose.
I mean, I don't know your configuration, but I mean, if you're welding and putting a bar up there, you could mount the reels up top. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and clear up deck
this
space.
Thing, but like, I only have a 250-gallon tank, and that thing sucks that tank down really quick because it's like 10 gallons a minute. But I want, in my mind, I see these guys riding around with the fucking ladder rack is 12 feet above. I want my shit streamlined, meaning here's the top of the tank, and here's the ladder rack sitting right on top of it. So everything is like literally 4 feet off the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And right across the back, there's enough room I measured to mount 3 reels. So I could put a chem reel, a fill reel, and a pressure reel right across the back. 3 reels right in a row. Right now, the machine is up in the front left corner of the trailer. Then it has a 35-gallon chem tank and then a 250-gallon water tank. And it's a small trailer, but that's the reason I wanted it. You know what I'm saying? I wanted everything confined. But I'm going to mount a toolbox up in the front. I'm going to mount a second chem tank because I want to be able to, I want 1 tank set up with just raw chlorine that I can fucking spray heavy shit, and 1 that I could meter everything. But I know as soon as you start adding valves and plumbing and mixing shit and pumps, it's a fucking nightmare. Even if everything is brand new, in 6 months the shit is leaking out of every place. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, do I really want to step into it?
It's almost like a checklist once a week where you spend an hour at the end of the day.
Yep.
I love my hobbies. You know that. I love my hobbies. I love fucking doing
things. You don't want to be wrenching on shit to work.
For work. I hate that. Now, look, when I do my ladder rack, I've got some custom ideas, so it's going to look fucking cool. It's going to be not like what everybody else has. Simple fucking bed frame welded up there like some fucking ape did it. You know? But, no, it's going to be cool, but I just want it. I don't want to work on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I come
home and I'm like, it sits on my driveway and I put my blinders on as I walk by, like, don't look. It's not there right now. Yeah. I don't feel like fucking with it, you know?
No, I feel you, man.
Yeah, man. The Squeegee Light pole is pretty nice, man. It's you should at least look into checking it out. It's a nice pole, man. It might do you good. Yep. You never know. Check it out.
Absolutely.
It's nice, man. I'm trying to go. A lot of people ask questions and shit, and we always miss them. Yeah, WCR really does do nice print work. They do really good. Like if you want like flyers, business cards and shit, they are really good at that, man. Super. I mean, it's window cleaning based, so it's not like you go to what does everybody go to? Vistaprint, You know, and they got a couple cookie cutter. Everybody's got the same business card design. You know what I mean? Or you can go to WCR and they'll do you some dope shit geared toward your industry, which makes a lot of sense, man.
And it's reasonably priced.
And
they
really
designed my direct mailer for us. I had someone who do it. So they, I can't remember who we talked to in the office. She was super nice. She took care of it, did exactly what we wanted. I think maybe my brother kind of handles that end of it because it's not something I like to do. Yep. And awesome job. They did a great job, and it was really affordable. So
yeah, once the old ball gets rolling here on the Patreon stuff, guys. I mean, trust me, this will be well worth the wait. It'll be well worth the wait. I promise you. I got to get my ducks in a row, and to be quite honest with you, man, financially, I just, I don't want to blow my fucking wad. I'm just not that type of dude. You know what I mean? I'm not going to blow my fucking wad to get this shit done. So just be patient, man. It'll be cool. I promise you guys. You're going to get more of me than you probably would want. I think maybe you might be like, oh man, you know what I mean? That's too much. I'm good. You know what I mean? But it'll be cool, man. Like I said, I don't know if you guys watch, I don't know a lot. I know Jason Lehman. I turned Jason Lehman onto it, but Vice Grip Garage, I'm definitely, of course, I'm not going to be as, the dude, the Derek from Vice Grip Garage he's a good dude. I'm a scumbag. He's a good dude. So should be some differences, but I'm trying to gear this towards that. You know what I mean? It's just, once it's getting things going the right, again, I have to do all this stuff myself. I relied heavily on Tim for a lot of this stuff, you know what I mean? Because I'm not, a lot of this stuff, I have no clue, you know what I mean? The fucking website was down for a month, and I had no fucking idea. Mark's like, did you know the website's not working? I'm like, the website's not working. You know what I mean? I'm just not good with that stuff. I know I get on here and I do this podcast, and you guys are like, oh, man, fucking Squeegee's a fucking internet genius. No. Call Chris Lambrinides and ask him how good I am with a computer. And he'll be like, oh, Jesus. I'm fucking vouching Chris all the time. Hey, man, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? You know what I mean? It's got to get annoying. I'm not good with that stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm learning as I go, and I'm trying. So, once I get my system down, it'll be all seamless. It's just, I'm not good at that shit. You know what I mean? I'm just not. I'm not good at it. So, but it'll get better. I promise. Especially the content, I want to do content a certain way, and I probably let my guard down too much, and somebody's gonna bite it because someone always fucking does. But I want to do stuff a certain way, and I need certain shit to do it the way I want to do it. But once I get I'm hoping that should be here within the next couple of days, and then I can start rolling on that. I just have to figure the GoPro thing out, or I'll have to go back to the old GoPro, which I would hate to do. Jennifer spent all that money. You know those things? You know how much those things are? Those are very expensive.
Yeah, they are. I haven't bought one recently, but a few years ago, we got Scott one.
Dude, that Hero 10 was almost $500.
Crazy. The quality of the pictures of that.
Oh, dude, it's amazing. This thing shoots in 4K. It's dope. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, I'm really going to... Yeah. So I'm like, I'm thinking, I want to do this, I want to do that, but I've got this little thing I'm wanting to do, and, I don't want to reveal it, but the Patreon, I think you guys are going to really like it. I really think you guys are really going to like it, and I wish I could figure out channel subscriptions and do away with Patreon, but this we are shadow banned on here. We talk about some political shit that ain't, you know what I mean? I get, you know what I'm saying? I get warnings in my mailbox all the time about
who the fuck is listening to this outside of...
It's quality control, man. You know what I mean? They especially a 2-hour live stream, trust me, they're paying attention. You know what I mean? To what we're saying. You know what I mean? So
it's not the Wild West anymore.
Yeah, and I'm worried. I'm worried that if I go in that direction, that they could snatch that all away from me, and I don't want. You know what I mean? That would suck. So Patreon's kind of autonomous, and I'll just keep doing the link thing. You know what I mean? Hopefully people figure that out. I know Sacco had a problem with a video the other day. He's like, man, I can't watch it, but you have to log into your YouTube account to watch the link. You know what I mean? Because of the age restriction on the channel. Because I have to make everything. Yeah, they use AI to censor everything now. But anyways, the the channel, I have to make the account like nothing, like this is not suitable for minors. Because if I don't, I'm in big trouble. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff, they could pull us down for anything. You know what I mean? Anything that's not, they don't deem appropriate for kids. You know what I mean? And this isn't a show for kids to begin with. Let's be honest. I mean, I don't have no delusions of grandeur here, but
I would think most people that watch this search for it and find it versus stumble upon it. I'm sure every now and again, someone that is not on Facebook or we don't know, it might be a window cleaner, might stumble upon it. But for the most part, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not sure about the Facebook Live thing. I'm not exactly sure what's up with that, dudes. Like, I don't know what's going on with that. Like, I've been trying to go live, you know what I mean? Sparingly or whatever. And, every time I do, nobody gets the notifications. There's nobody's watching it. I mean, of course they watch it afterwards. I mean, everybody watches it afterwards, but they don't know I'm live to get in the chat. You know what I mean? So I don't know why Facebook's doing that. Again, I'm watching it with my son now, but he's 3 months. Yeah, well, good. Like, put earmuffs on him, bro. Congratulations on the baby boy, man.
Right. But
yeah, dude. Yeah, YouTube's weird, man. YouTube's weird, dude. YouTube's super weird, man. But yeah, I think maybe eventually, you guys will understand. Once you start watching the content and stuff, and you'll maybe get an idea what's going on with me, and things will make more sense to everybody. But yeah, man. I really want to do this fucking shit, but I just, again, I'm a moron, and I can't, I'm not good at stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not good at doing things. I do too much as it is. I need an office person, because I'm like doing the office work. I'm doing the doing the window cleaning. I'm doing it all. You know what I mean? I do all of it, and I need to stop doing all of it. I have to relinquish control. I'm not good at that.
That's hard to do.
I'm the king of putting things off. You know what I mean? Like, I'll take them shirts down there tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting here and I'm like, nah, I can't just send them that shirt. I got to send them something else. And then that opens up another can of worms.
I told you this before. Like, my wife got that thing called Pirate Ship, and so I'll give her I give her this, right? I'm like, hey, Kate, we got to ship this to TJ. Like, I sent you the rub, and you know what pisses me off, T?
What?
I thought about it today. I should have thrown some polish in that box. I'm like, God damn it! I should have.
Well, I mean, I've got. You left me with quite a bit to begin with. I mean, and I'll be honest with you, man. I'm kind of religious about, like, once a week I get it in that bottle that you left me, the spray bottle.
Yeah.
And that little jar, I shake. Once a week I shake that up, make sure it's
it's good.
Yeah, I know, but still, just to make sure.
Look, here's the thing. She got that thing, Pirate Ship. Mm-hmm. You go online, you fill out whatever, and then you just gotta know the size. She's like, okay, how big is the box? I take the tape measure, 3 by 5 by 6, and it weighs 1.2 pounds. Mm-hmm. And she prints up a label. That way, you walk in the post office and just drop it in that.
Yeah,
bin.
that's
that I like doing. I hate waiting in that fucking line. It's the worst.
Yeah, that's why, like, a couple of months back when I started asking, I was like, listen, guys, I want to get everybody's information. I want to have it all. I want it all, in one spot. You know what I mean? Like, I can go through and find people's. But it's, again, trying to get all you guys to give me your information was difficult. And I just, it was really fucking hard. Like, one dude I fucking posted that shit in, like, November. Like, hey, man, I want to do all this shit for you guys, but I'm changing everything once all that shit went down. And I'm like, I want to make sure that, I got everybody's information so I can start doing this shit on my own. I just got one dude's information just a week ago. Like, I got a shirt here for to go. I couldn't even fucking send to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, dude, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? You know? So, I don't know. I got a stack of fucking koozies here. I gotta print. I gotta weed all these. I got like fucking 40 fucking gold stickers. I gotta fucking weed out now. Yeah, dude. Listen, man. Like, I feel bad. You know what I mean? I feel like shit about it. You know what I mean? But this winter, there's just some shit that was just beyond my control. There's just shit I just couldn't control it. So, unfortunately, again, I don't like talking about that kind of shit, but, I just wasn't doing good. But,
I hear you.
But, hey, man, we're here, right? We're doing the podcast, and that's what the main thing is, right? We're here every Wednesday night for 2 hours.
I agree.
No matter what. Seth actually told me, he's like, I wouldn't get him fucking dude shit but once a year. Fuck these guys. And I was like,
correct.
You're Seth's a really no nonsense kind of guy. You know what I mean? So, Well,
that's the thing, Seth. Would you be good at it though? Like I've already said, I hate the post office. I know
it's extremely difficult to get all that shit. Like,
if TJ wanted me to take over something like that, I could do that. The only thing is logistics. He'd have to mail it out to me and be like, here's the list.
Yeah.
Which you could do. I mean, honestly, if you started an Excel spreadsheet, put everyone's stuff in there and what they're getting.
Yeah, that's really what you need to do, TJ. Is everyone that signs up, make a spreadsheet, even in a notebook. You don't even have
that's what I've done. I've got myself a little ledger, and I've got all that. I've got name, address, shirt size, membership card number. That way if somebody loses their card and want their old number back, I can, like, boom, print them up another one, send it to them. You know what I mean?
I got box labelers and everything here. If you want to bulk ship it to me with an Excel spreadsheet of who's getting what, I'll package it in the weekend and send it out.
Okay.
And that way that'll help clear up something for you. I don't mind doing that.
All right. Well,
if it helps.
This is the deal. What I've done, what I did this time, I'm never doing again. I'm never doing this again. I'm never doing this again. I'm going to learn. Jennifer is going to teach me how to do this, and then only thing I'm going to rely on Jennifer to do is cut the shit out, and then I'll do everything else. That way Jennifer doesn't have to do it. You know what I mean? That's really what it really all boils down to is I hate asking Jennifer to do the shit. And that's really what the holdup is. Like, the shit needs done. Jennifer worked from 7. I got up at fucking 6 o'clock, was into work at fucking 7, and unloaded. I mean, my little tiny Jen, she's the tail end lady. So she works fucking on the trucks. She makes sure everything gets, you know what I mean? So, when someone that small is unloading semi-trucks all day, what do you know what I mean? What do you say? You know what I mean?
Cooks, man.
Yeah. She makes sure that the shit gets out of the back of the truck and then it gets put on in the store where it's supposed to go, the way it's supposed to go. You know what I mean? She's like, that's a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Especially for a little tiny feller like that. You know what I mean? And you work from 7 in the morning till fucking 5 o'clock at night. You know what I mean? Like, that's a long day doing that fucking shit. That's, you know what I mean? And I just feel bad asking her, man. I hope you guys can understand that. I mean, I don't know if you guys got wives or not. I'm sure most of you do, but I just feel bad asking her to do the shit. Like, I've mentioned like 3 or 4 times now. I'm like, hey, man, I've been telling the guys that I'm going to send that shit out. What do you think about, us cutting those stickers out? You know what I mean? Because I've been, I want to, like Seth mentioned something before. He's like, man, what you should do is just do like packages. Like, just send them a fucking big fucking package and then just be done with that.
Yeah, I mean, a once a year package seems like the way to do it to me.
I'm thinking about
summer and fall shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing. It just like I'm gonna do one big package, and then I think doing something small throughout the for the other 2 things instead of all this extravagant shit I do all the time. Instead of doing all that, just do one nice,
just do it once a year.
Nice one little package that's got a bunch of cool shit in it, and then stuff. Like, I'm doing some stuff with Chris. Chris is doing a couple things for me that, like, just some knickknacks that won't be... I don't have to do nothing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give him the addresses and he's gonna ship the shit for me. You know what I mean? It's gonna, you know what I mean? I'm trying to work that all out, and once I get it all worked out and get the system,
shipping department.
Yeah, it's gonna be super rad. Yeah. I mean, he's not. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen it already, but he's making me a couple of those dealios. I'm gonna send those out to the guys. I was a large, but I might be an extra large now. Hey, brother. I know, bro. You know what I mean? I know what you say. This is what you do, bro. You get a large tall. That you solve all your problems. You don't need to go to the extra large, bro. Don't go to the extra. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. Get you a large tall. That gives you a little extra fabric. You know what I mean? Like I mean, a lot of my shirts are double extra large, but like I could wear an extra large tall, and it looks great on me. You know what I mean?
Is that like long torso?
Yeah. You just need a little extra. You know what I mean? Just a little extra.
I have to buy shirts like that. Like everything I buy has to be long because my torso.
I have a weird my family's like we're Irish and shit. We got big torsos and shit. We got, our torsos are a little elongated. It is weird. Yeah, it's weird.
Dude, I have the legs of a 5'7" man and the torso of someone who's 6'4".
Me too, Seth. The large talls, the tall shirts, like getting an extra large tall or a large tall. I'm telling you, man, it'll change your life, man. It's a great.
Whenever I wear a suit, she laughs at me. She's like, "You are all torso." I'm dude, like, your legs are short as hell.
Yeah.
And I feel.
I was like measured when I go and get measured for like a dress shirt or something like that, and they're like, dude, and pants, and they're like, your measurements don't make any sense. Like my neck is almost an 18. You know what I mean? Like I got a neck on me. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it, but I'm big up top. You know what I mean? Like look, I'm a gorilla. You know what I'm saying?
Broad-shouldered and short-legged.
Yeah. I'm like a little. Yeah.
Honestly, every Scotch Irish person I've ever met is like built like a triangle.
Yeah.
And then with little teeny legs.
Mark, you've seen my dad. You know what I mean? My dad is fucking like my dad's shoulder. That fucking guy is like, I can't even get in the frame. He's fucking, his shoulders are wide as shit. Even after all the weight he lost after cancer, he's still fucking, his shoulders are wide as. We're just built like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We got, and you make fun of me. What the fuck? Whatever. I don't make fun of you. I got a neck. I mean, I got a t-shirt on, but you can see my neck. You know what I mean? I can make moves with my neck. You is just like this. You know what I mean? So, I guess I'll just say this because, I mean, we pretty much decided what we talked about, having a person come on like a couple times a month, like as a regular, right? Yeah. We talked about that.
Yeah,
right?
Correct.
So I'm just going to tell you guys now, just Jacob is going to join us a couple times a month, depending on his schedule. We're not replacing anybody, but we're just like having like a color guy come on, and not a colored guy, but a color guy.
Opens it up to anyone else who wants to come in, not as someone to interview, but just to hang out. And that might be a rotating position if there's someone else that may be watching that has been on the show before, that may be like, hey man, I'm like Jersey. I wouldn't mind having Jersey on, once a month or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I thought, we're gonna have Jacob come on and sit in with us a couple times a month. I think Jacob, me and Jacob, I wouldn't say we didn't never like dislike each other, but we went rounds a couple times, when all that. Jacob?
Yeah.
I think Jacob just
all that Tim shit was going on.
Jacob needs to come on more to become a little more comfortable with the show because he's awful quiet. Yeah. And I think there's a lot inside him that would be entertaining or add to the show.
There's definitely a lot inside him. There's definitely.
So. But no. I'm
just fucking around.
I think
you set it up too good for me.
Jacob was like a little bit cautious when he's on the show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know because I've heard him fucking trash me and trash everyone, so I know it's in there.
Yeah.
He needs to just let his guard down a little bit and be a little more of himself.
Yeah, just don't tell him we're recording the show till we're about halfway through it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Don't worry, we can edit that out.
Yeah, we're still gonna have guests. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're still gonna have guests on the podcast. I'm actually working on I'm actually working on probably our youngest guest ever.
Oh yeah, that'll be cool.
I don't know how long. I don't know how long he's gonna stay, but hopefully, I told him he could stay as long or as little as he wanted, whatever he wants to do. But I think it'd be cool. You know, I follow the kid. I see the moves that he makes. His dad is an awesome guy, super awesome dude. Probably one of my most favorite people I've ever met in this industry. You know what I mean? One of the coolest guys I've ever met. So, and the kid's he's doing good things, man. You know, I get updates all the time about, you know, he did this or he did that. You wouldn't believe what he did, you know. So, I think having him on is going to be cool. I'm not going to say who it is yet, but, you know, you guys will know soon enough who it is. I think it'll be cool, man. I think it'll be cool having a really young person on here, you know, and get their perspective. You know what I mean? No pressure. You know what I mean? I'm sure. I mean, I know it's going to be awkward for him. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's going to be, but I think it'll be cool, man. I think it'll be cool.
I think you would be great on here. I think it might be 5 or 10 minutes of getting comfortable.
Yeah,
I feel like
I think so too. I just get that.
Like son.
Yes, I get that vibe from him just through his content and stuff that he puts up. I just get that. He seems like a fairly confident kid. So hopefully he approaches it the way he approaches selling window cleaning jobs. And if he does it that way, then I think he'll be fine. So I just think it'd be cool to have. You know, there's a lot of younger guys in the window cleaning social media. I don't know if it'll be. Yeah, it'll be a little less. We're gonna, you know, take it a little easy with him on. I don't want his mom mad at me. You know what I mean? So I mean, I know he's old enough to drink, but I still don't want his mom mad at me. You know what I mean? So I don't want Mark on here talking about Orientals and shit.
Me?
Yeah.
How do I get dragged?
How do I get dragged into this?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying.
No, it'll be fine.
Mark's got PG in him. So
but to finish the point I was trying to make is there's a lot of younger guys that we could probably have on this podcast. I think
it would be awesome.
I could probably point a finger, and my only concern is you know, we've had some dudes on here before, you know what I mean, that have been doing it for a little while, and they're a little younger, and they're fucking like they've got nothing to offer, and full of shit, most of them, and I just have a feeling that I know better with this one. You know what I'm saying? Like having a younger dude on, I would like to get someone's like their viewpoint. You know, the way they look at things.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? As an up and coming window star.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool, man.
No, I think that would be a good show.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think it's a perspective we've all kind of forgotten about being in it as long as we all have. Mm-hmm. What it's like, or what it was like, you know, when you're first, you know, couple years in, and what your perspective of what the industry is at that age now, just would be really cool to see.
I mean, I've sent him a message on TikTok, or I didn't even send him a message on TikTok. I commented on one of his TikToks. I really want to get Calfas. I would love to get Calfas on here. Like, I want to do that.
He'd be interesting.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't see why he wouldn't.
I mean, he's big time, dude.
He's like all that like metaphysical like
he's big time
stuff.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, but if there's any other dude, like if you're watching this podcast, you're like, man, I'd love to get on the show and talk to the guys. Just reach out to me, man. You know what I mean? Like, just reach out to me. Yeah, so, you know, just reach out to me.
Get on here, dudes.
Get on here, dudes. Dudes, get on here. You know them dudes? You know
We're dudettes.
Dudettes. Like, I've tried to get what's-her-head on here, but she just won't do it, man. That one lady.
What about...
Glassy lady. What's her name?
Oh,
Jacobs. Yeah. Jason Lehman's friend.
She's in North Miami. She would be great on here.
I think so. Patty.
Yeah, Patty.
I'd love to have Patty on. I wouldn't mind having some of the other ladies we've had on here before come on the show. Maybe even, you know. But again, like if you're listening to this or you're watching this on YouTube later or whatever and you'd like to come on the podcast, just reach out to me, man. You know, let me know in the comments. Send me a private message on Facebook. Send an email fucking to Ask T Squeegee, you know what I mean? At gmail.com. Send that, you know, send me a... And listen, I still haven't forgotten. I asked you guys, you Patreon guys, to send me that 1-minute video shot in landscape. Mark's been sending me some videos, but he don't know what landscape means. But so that's a problem.
I don't know.
So
what
instead of recording like this, record like this.
Okay.
Because Mark has sent me some really cool videos, and I'm like, I can't fucking use that.
I just kind of went out to the room going, you know what? I got these fucking windows licked. I'm gonna send TJ a video. But there's no, I don't know how to edit it or crop it down. I just send you. Well, if you get the video and it's like me setting the phone down.
If you shoot it like this, with your phone sideways, I'll take care of the rest.
Okay.
I'll take care of the rest. I got you.
All right. I'll send you some videos.
What's up?
This is dang right. Boy.
Take my TikToks. Listen, man. I want window cleaning videos. I got a video I want to do with you guys. I got a perfect song for it. And all you gotta do is just set your phone up like kind of close to where you can see the window, clean the window, crop it down to around a minute or so. All I need is a minute of footage. It doesn't have to be just no pressure. You don't have to do no fancy tricks. Just clean a window. Send it to a player at asksqueegee@gmail.com. And you're going to be in a Squeegee Live video. It's going to be super gangster. Just do it. Stop being nerds, man. And I'll just leave that up here. You know what I mean, guys? That's how you get a hold of me. That's my email address for all this stuff. Just hit me up there. Yeah, so. Yeah, man.
And honestly, guys, too, this is interactive, so ask your questions. I'll be better at answering them.
You notice
if I know the answer.
You notice the Discord channel is starting to pop off a little bit again. You know what I mean? Like I told you guys, if you want interaction, you gotta interact. We're not
you gotta stop by and say hello.
You gotta stop by and say hello if you want. Yeah. You gotta get the shit moving because.
Well, that's why I put some pictures on Squeegee Life or something because I was like, this page is so fucking flat and nobody's doing anything. Let's try to get things moving again. You know. Right. I mean, if no one does anything, then it's non-existent. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean,
yeah. Don't be afraid to post shit up, man. You got questions, put them in. You got the group to do that in. You got the Patreon, the guys that are in the Patreon only group. Send. We got a private group for that too. You know, I mean, just join the Discord.
Exactly.
I mean, I can't. I don't want to. I don't want everyone to join the Discord. It's supposed to be Patreons only. Patrons only.
The thing with Discord is I can never figure out who the fuck anybody is.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying? It doesn't. If you click on their name, it doesn't tell you who they are.
Yeah. We have the forum on SqueegeeLife.com. There is a forum that no one uses.
I know. Only when it came out. That would have been good.
What we should have done is when we ran that ad in American Window Cleaner magazine. We should have fucking put on there, join the forum, get a Squeegee Life towel.
Yeah.
I mean, we can even have ask a question on the forum and we'll pick the best one and answer it at the next podcast or do something like that.
Yeah. Go to the forum. We paid extra money for that fucking forum and no one uses it.
Yeah, I know.
It was a pain in the ass to get on there. But yeah, if you go to SqueegeeLife.com, there is a message board on there. There is the Squeegee Life forum is there, and that's no holds barred. You know what I mean? You could say whatever the fuck you want there. You could say whatever you want there. Do it now. Do it. But yeah, man. I appreciate you guys all stopping by. Thank you for being patient with me, and thank you for tuning in every week, man. We really appreciate all you guys. You know what I mean?
You guys are the reason we're here for 3 years.
Yep. You guys are definitely the reason. This is 3 years it's been now. I'll go on 4 technically. About 4 years we're going into. We're working on. We're at 230 episodes, man. So another 70 episodes and it'll be fucking 300. You know what I mean? So
we got to do something huge for 300.
300 will be. I've already got some things I'm starting to.
Yeah.
I would like the 300th episode to be something where me, you, and Seth are at the same exact spot at the same exact time and go live all together.
Since you never travel anywhere, it looks like me and Seth are coming.
Dude, listen. Yeah. Just because I won't get on a fucking plane. Get off my... I'll go places.
I would like you to get on a plane, but I would hate to ask you to drive 48 fucking hours to come meet me or Seth. You know? Seth's always
I'm only 10.
Seth will come pick you up and then drive you like Miss Daisy.
Like, get on that Amtrak, baby.
Right.
Come on over.
Yeah.
Life of a Wash Boy. I actually know his. I know his real name. I got it printed on a card. I should leak it on the internet.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't do that to him. Motherfucker got a long ass name and shit. I'd do his card twice.
Yeah, I had to send him 2 cards.
Yeah. I had to do his card twice. I first time I put the name on the card, it ran over. I'm like, shit, I ran out of room, so I had to fucking start it all. I'm like, I'm not used to names this long, so. Yeah, Jennifer said perfect time for us to go to Florida. Jennifer wants to go to Florida, so.
Hit me up.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Like I said, we
just don't come in the summer, dude. It's just too hot in the summer. If you're not used to it, you know what I'm saying?
You listen.
Like,
it's gonna be the 300th episode, so it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? That's what I want to do. I don't know if we'll be able to pull it off.
We need to figure where that's gonna kind
well,
of
that'll
fall.
Once we get a little bit closer to 300, we'll be able to figure it out. Yeah. I mean, Mark or Seth can do an Excel spreadsheet on when it's going to happen. Fucking nerd.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I know how to use a computer. Fuck you, dude. I knew I shouldn't have said nothing about that. Now that's all I'm going to fucking hear about, because I'm always cracking on Mark about not being able to use a computer, and I'm fucking just as bad.
You have no idea what happened in my house. So this weekend was
wild to get Excel down.
No, stop. No, stop. We'll check you guys out next week, man. We appreciate all you guys for watching us. Like, as always, you guys are super rad for watching. And we'll be back next week, y'all.
Peace.